What's good? My name is Perion Johnson, or better known as ParsX. On June 5th, 2025, I got landed my first interview for a job since leaving high school, and it was titled "The Life of an Unemployed Black Man." In that video, I talked about how we had discrepancies for Indeed in the actual franchise, which was Sonic. Uh, Not to make a story. I don't want to make the story very long. Basically, Indeed said I had an interview, and they texted me. It's from the people at Indeed, from Sonic. After I did the application and everything like that, and I go to the restaurant, they say that you don't have one, and the guy was getting frisky with me, so I left, and it happened twice. But I didn't make a video about that one. I probably did. I probably put it in there, but who knows? That's my first ever obstacle. But I want to talk about the title. The Life of an Unemployed Black Man. The reason why that I made that title is because I wanted to talk about my life as an unemployed black man. Like, I've never been employed. Like, an internship, it's cool, it pays you, but I don't think that's an actual job when you only work 1 day a week. Some people will pray for that, you know what I'm saying? But it was only $90 for a day. That's good enough. But nevertheless, it is what it is. That's my first time ever doing it, and I had a lot of interviews after that one. I did, and I made a lot of videos. And the reason why I was making the videos, whether it was about anything, whether it's about technology, whether it's about the fucking draconian reptiles who own us, well, not me, y'all, but not me. Um, and I was just talking about life, my workout routine, anything to keep that creative spark in me, to keep working on myself, to never, basically, I did not want to let myself go. That's it. That's right. I just had a revelation right there. I did everything it took to not let myself go, because I did at a one point in time in my life. And I'm not going to say I probably never will in the future. Who knows? God forbid, but it is what it is. I didn't want to let myself go. More importantly, I didn't want to let my mind go. I worked on my body afterwards. Y'all know I posted on X my workout routine, how I went from fucking 7,000 steps to 20,000 steps. Like, I really did that. You know what I'm saying? I worked on my cardio. I worked on my legs. Everything. I didn't want to let my mind go, and I didn't want to let my body go. Y'all know that I do AI songs. Y'all know I do a lot of this stuff. It's not AI songs. I write them hoes myself. I actually create that bitch. The only thing that I say that Suno AI does is probably the fucking instrumentals. But even the instrumentals, they got something called Suno Studio now, so you can make your own fucking instrumental. So it is what it is. But basically, what I'm trying to tell y'all is that these interviews that I've been going on these past few months, they were just stepping stones. They were. I had to sacrifice a lot. Before we get to the main project of this video, sorry if you're watching this, it's too long. But I had an interview called Paris Baguette. Paris Baguette is basically a bread, coffee, bakery. You know, it's a cafe bakery in Pearland. And I remember getting that interview. I was so happy. I really was, because I never heard of Paris Baguette before. But I did a little research before I even applied, because that's what I always do to everything except for shit we already know, like McDonald's, Taco Bell, Walmart. I don't do research for that shit. I don't. I don't at all. So I walk in, right? I'm wearing all black. I'm wearing a black button-down shirt, black belt, black jeans. I know you might be saying, "Oh my god, mate, that's not business professional." If you do not tell me what to wear during the interview, I'm going to wear business casual. That's my default. So yeah, and I think everybody else thinks like that. Like, why would you literally buy a suit and tie for a cafe? Like, that makes no sense. But anyway, I went there. I did the interview. I forgot his name because it wasn't important. His name was probably Mr. Lee or some shit, but the nigga was of Asian descent. I don't want to talk bad about Paris Baguette. Paris Baguette, by the way, is a beautiful restaurant, beautiful cafe shop. It's very gorgeous. You walk in, there's a whole side of the place with nothing but all types of bread, all types of bakery, and then you have the beautiful checkered uh register area, and you have it's very beautiful. You can order coffee, pastries. It's one of the most gorgeous places I've ever been, because I've never been to Paris Baguette. I really wanted to get that job because that's my forte. I love cafe. I love warm, cozy areas. I love you can snuggle under a campfire, read a book, and drink some hot cocoa or matcha or coffee. I like that shit because that's life. That's life. Life isn't war. Life isn't terrorism. Life isn't death. Life is you're on the mountaintops of the Appalachian Mountains, the coldest. It's barely even fucking oxygen, but that doesn't matter because you're in a log cabin. The log cabin is beautiful, made with maple trees, made with fucking ashwagandha fucking leaves in the air to calm you down. You have a beautiful, not brimstone, cement fireplace with wood burning, and there's smoke up top, and it's very beautiful. You have a carpet with probably a pelt from a lion or something. You have books. You have drink, alcohol, whiskey on the fucking chimney top. You got beautiful low chairs, and it's very cold outside. It's freezing, yet you would be dead if you step out there. But when you step into that log cabin, it's like that shit doesn't exist. It's cozy, it's warm. You get hot cocoa. You get Hershey's hot cocoa with marshmallows on top and sprinkles. Or you probably want some tea, or you probably want some soda or some whiskey. You want some ribs, you want something. But nevertheless, you're going to be wearing your jacket under that campfire with your mittens drinking hot cocoa. Life is comfort. And there's nothing better than I love than having comfort. Not to be in my comfort zone. I would never be comfortable. I'm black. I would never be comfortable. But I like to give others comfort. How about that? I like those type of zones. They need to be protected. I'm not saying that I will protect it, but if I have to, I will. But what I'm saying is I love Paris Baguette. I love the atmosphere. They had beautiful lo-fi. It was very beautiful. But when I was taking the interview, I rose up. I shake my hand. Smile at me, brother. Talk to me. Let's fuck the interview. We're talking now. Let's just talk. And it didn't feel my my appetite for my mind. You got to feed my mind. Y'all got to understand. I don't give a fuck what you could be fucking the president of the United States of America. If this shit don't go off, you're not going to get what you want out of me. You're not going to get oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. I'm so thankful. I'm grateful. Oh my God, man, you're the best. Oh, I love you so. I'm not doing that because you don't activate my mind. What you're doing is not activating here. Yeah, I look good. Yeah, I'm walking great. Yes, I'm shaking. Yes, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But in here, in my mind, you don't turn me on. You don't. And I'm not saying in that way. If you're thinking of that way, then this conversation is not for you. Because I don't know who's going to watch this video. But if you understand what type of filmmaker I am, what type of person, what type of content I make, you will understand what I mean by turning my mind on. It's a spark. It's a light bulb that comes in. It's a light bulb that comes in here. And that interview was given. It wasn't there. The energy wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? It's not something to get mad about. It really wasn't a bad interview. But I couldn't bring myself to the table because you weren't bringing me to the table. You weren't bring Paris Baguette to the table. I've been in the shop it was raining outside, by the way, so I had to go. I caught the Uber before it started raining, cause I had foresight. I'm like that. I have foresight. I had the foresight for the forecast, so I came early. I came probably half an hour early. Who knows? I don't even remember. Cause it's not important now. Cause once you understand the treasure of this video, you'll see why it's really. I'm not talking about the establishment. I'm talking about my experience, my personal secular experience. That's what's going on inside. It's very different from what Paris Baguette did. They did amazing, but it's inside. So, I had foresight for that. I know you saw me. You know why I'm here. There's no one else wearing all black but me. There's no one else that's looking as fly as I was. I'm sitting in the middle. You can see me. You know that. I walked up to the register when I walk in and I said why I'm here. You could have asked me, are you what do you think about Paris Baguette? What about that? But you didn't ask me nothing. You sat down, your name, yada yada, the little oh, why you chose Paris Baguette. What no, not why you chose Paris Baguette, but ask me about the establishment. Ask me what do I see? And why should I choose you based off what you see, Mr. Johnson? Why should I add you to the Paris Baguette staff? And I would have been like, I would have really had to think. But I ain't get no questions like that. I ain't get nothing. It was just, do you have any questions, Mr. Why I just got here. I don't know. I don't know any questions. You want me to ask me what is the culture like? Or I clearly see it. I clearly see it. You want me to comment on it? Yeah, but I have no questions. But I did the best I could. I said it's a very cozy atmosphere. I look at the architecture of the building is great because you had wooden for the bakery, and you had like checkerboards for the coffee area. It was crazy. It was crazy architecture there. Very great design, by the way, interior design. Like I had a lot of stuff to talk about, but you just here for an interview. The moment you wrote down how much I was going to earn, that's when I knew, I'm not getting this shit. It hurt. It hurt. But I did. The moment you said you're going to start at 9, I'm worrying about the pay. I already know the pay. You said, I know the pay is 10, 11. I know that. You didn't have to write down the training. I know the training is there. You said it on Indeed. But nevertheless, this is not a jab at Paris Baguette. This is a interior happening. This is the interior right here. Paris Baguette is one of the greatest places I've ever visited a day in my life. Not even gonna lie. It's like if Barnes and Nobles was like purely coffee, but it wasn't Starbucks in there. It was one of the greatest places I've ever been. The staff treated me very respectful. It's just that when it comes to intelligence, when it comes to a conversation, when it comes to an interview, the interview is supposed to be it's supposed to be a dance to the point there's no interview. Yes, I'm asking you point blank questions, but the conversation becomes so in depth about me that it's no longer about Paris Baguette. It's about me and how you as an interviewer can see greatness in that, or the need for the business, because it's a business at the end of the day. See how that can be added to the business. It's not about what did you think? Why did you come to Paris Baguette? Why did you choose Paris Baguette? I don't remember nothing. I don't remember anything. Probably because it wasn't even that far ago. I know I'm rambling, y'all, but today, y'all know I get a monthly check, nigga. With that monthly check, nigga, I don't buy designer clothes. I don't buy none of that shit. You can say whatever you want about me. I don't give a fuck. A nigga gonna survive at the end of the day. I'm gonna survive at the end of the day. I look for jobs, obviously. Obviously, who doesn't do that? If you get a monthly check, nigga, you not looking for jobs. At this point, nigga, you don't even deserve the monthly check, nigga. Like at this, I'm gonna just be buck 50 with you. But with that, I look for jobs, obviously. And my cousin just passed, so I had to buy stuff anyway. I was gonna do it anyway. It just so happened that it worked in tandem. And I saw something called Hillstone. Hillstone. So before I even applied, because they said hiring urgently, they said servers now training required. I read all of it. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very great application. People say they hate Indeed, but if you just want to get the atmosphere of the job market, you should just look on Indeed and then look at the company and see if that's good enough, if that's what you want. So I did a little research on it, and I found out it used to be called Houston's. Houston's, cool, nice. A restaurant named after the city that I love so much? Cool. And I heard they have an elegant type of experience. They have an all black attire. They have a bar. They have a shelf area that you can see. They have this very etiquette menu. It's like very, I wouldn't even say upscale, but it oozed the description that I read on the Hillstone. It oozed culture. It oozed culture and etiquette and beauty and elegance. Chauffeuring, wine, champagne, the fancy life. I'm not saying I want the fancy life, but what I'm saying is that it's a place where the kings and queens go. Or if you just want to have a great time, it looks like a great place. So I said, might as well apply. What do I know? Right? So I go to my first interview. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, but I know everybody's name because it's not only is it fresh on my mind, but it turned my light bulb on. It turned my light bulb on because I'm gonna just say this: the first interview was basically this. You're not coming. What I heard is you basically not getting hired if you don't do something about your hair. Because if y'all see my videos, my shit is wild. But when I go out, I style my stuff. I basically have an Afro wolf cut where my sides are faded right here. And I like and then my hair that's back here because it goes past my ears, I literally push it back and gel it back. So because I have piercings now, that it accentuates my ears, and my back is basically curled up. And I had a curl right here. So like I basically have like a Afro wolf cut with a curl right there, being fancy and shit like fucking Superman. But they basically said that, and I said, know what? I've never in my life been asked to come back. Nobody has ever asked me to come back. If you talking about you did during Sonic, they didn't ask me to come back. I had to apply again. So I was never asked to come back. And I really looked at myself. I said, Period, are you willing to sacrifice yourself? Because whether y'all know it or not, my hair has mostly always been, my hair has never been like this for a long period of time. Give it about a couple months. This shit gonna be an afro again. I've always had a bunch of hair on my head, and I wore it. It was my pride. I took care of it. I washed it. I cleaned it. I snipped the ends of it. I picked it. I loved it. It was me. When I was a kid, I used to have glasses and an afro, and people would call me Norbit because I was short and fat. I was bullied for that. But nevertheless, it's my hair. It was beautiful. It was the epitome of my culture, or the culture that I want to be a part of. Well, it was black liberation, where we dance in when the women dance in stilettos and the man got dandyism on. He's beautiful. He's macking. He got the girls. He got the drinks. He got the party. He got the life. There's no racism. There's nothing. We're all the same color. We all have the same style. We already know what it is. It's time to party with my people. It's time to braid it up, dread it up, lock it up, fade it up, get some Jerry curls. It was my life. Because before I even applied I was taking care of my hair because I wanted to get Jerry curls. Not the Jerry curls was long, but short like Jerry curls. Like, you know what I'm like, basically I was gonna try to get Jerry curls, my nigga. I was wanting to see if I could bring that shit back, to be honest. But it was my life. And I had to cut it off again. The last time I cut off my hair was to get into a charter school. It was called Core Academy. And he said, you're not getting in with your hair like this. You got to do something with it. And I didn't want to do it. Because why is hair so important? Why is I am literally born with it. I literally come out the womb like that. I can't control it. But everybody got a problem. I'm not saying Hilton have a problem with it or the school had a problem with it. I'm just saying that's something that people have. I could see if it was an extra arm, or I mean not an extra arm, if it was like a tattoo or it was something that somebody chose to get. I didn't choose to have a lot of hair. But nevertheless, I said I will do it. Because never in my life when those people looked me in my eye And they said, do something about your, and then I looked at them in the eye too, and I was like, you want me to sacrifice this? And I said, I will. I will. I will. I went back. I wore a blue tie. I wore a white shirt, a brown belt, blue pants, and some shoes. I got it all from Macy's on that check from the government, bro. I got it all, nigga. And now I'm broke now, nigga. But you know what I do got? A job, nigga. I sacrificed everything, bro, for a fucking job. And I'll do it over again. Because this is my first real opportunity. This is my first real where people look me in the eye again. Where people really see he's serious. He really want this. I want it bad. I think I want it too bad. Because to cut off all my hair, I sat in the chair for 6 hours, nigga. 6 hours. 6 hours. It was so many obstacles, bro. Rest, hungry, clippers broke, everything. You wanna know who cut my hair? My dad. Shout out my dad. We sat in the restroom for 6 hours. And he cut my shit off. And he like this. It was working. Every emotion, this past year from the first video, the life of an unemployed black man to now, everything was working. Every crash out, every I hate you, every you bitch, every you nigga, I'm probably in trouble. I probably am. Everything was working because I have the opportunity. And you never give a black man an opportunity when he's never had it, because he's going to outshine everybody. I'm not saying I will. Let me put it like this. I would do the very best I can. I want y'all to understand, I never had it. I never had it. People had it. And they fucked up and threw it away. I never had it. When I came out of high school, I went straight to college. I came out of college and I came out of high school. I rode to college. COVID hit. I can't do shit. I can't go outside. I can't even go to the campus. Because they said in order to get to campus, you got to have a vaccine card, because that's the proof of vaccination. Not only do you got to get the vaccine, but you have to get the boosters. And you always got to stay masked up. I'm not doing that shit. I was an asthmatic child. When I say I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And why all of a sudden, I've never had a problem. I've never had a COVID issue until I took the COVID vaccine. So I'm not about to be a experimental cow for these people. Yes, it was a setback in my life. But I'm gonna do it because I'm not about to sacrifice my character. And the thing is, COVID is over. We're free now. So y'all was gonna gaslight me into being your mental prisoner? No. My mama took me. I love my mama. But when she took me when she made me take that vaccine, I was pissed. I took that shit. I took the vaccine. I got one shot. And nigga, I was buried for about 4 days. Mom could barely even move, and I was coughing up a storm. I got COVID when I got the COVID vaccine. Point blank. So, yeah, but I never had it. I've never had it. And I got it now. And I'm not going to let it go.